The power is the variable. Okay. So what else? The one beside him. We go around. What other things about exponential that you have to know before we can get into chapter 2? Yeah, just say something. Is it x cannot be less than 0? Why the x-intercept cannot be less than 0? Okay, if you say the x-intercept cannot be less than 0, let me give you an exponential function. Let us see how it goes. If I have y equal to e to the power of 1 minus 3x. Take away. I'm trying to create one with the x-intercept is negative. One minus 3x minus e. So if I ask you to find the x-intercept, can everyone now try to find the x-intercept? Find the x-intercept. So when I want to find the intercept, I put the y equal to 0. Am I right? So I have e 1 minus 3x minus e squared equal to 0. Am I right? So we know that we cannot change exponential to ln if one side must be a single term, but here got two terms, right? So what I can do is I can move this term over. This is a minus. If I move over, it will be e to the power of 2. Okay, both sides are exponential term with the same base. So if the base is the same, the index must be the same. So please don't say cut off the base. If the base is the same, both sides, and it's only one single, so the index must be the same. So I can conclude 1 minus 3x is equal to 2. There is another skill of doing it. So negative 3x is equal to 1. So x is equal to negative 1/3. So can the x-intercept be negative? Yes. So what did I say about the exponential term? I'm not talking about the x, I'm talking about the exponential term. Yes, the ladies beside. What is the value of any exponential term? Yes, can you tell me? Their values are, yes, are positive. Or we say more than 0. That is the true facts about any exponential term, correct? definitely greater than 0. So why is this fact important? Why is this true facts important? Because when we come to solving an exponential term, we know, correct, which one is the solution, which one is not the solution. Am I right? Okay, so that is the second thing about exponential function that you have to take notes of. Okay, asymptote, right? So you have to learn how to find the horizontal asymptote. Do you know how to find? Only exponential, I will ask for horizontal asymptote, correct? Okay, how to find the horizontal asymptote for a exponential function? For example, I give you y. Do I need to give you example in order for you to know how to find? Can you just try to think of a way to find the horizontal asymptote even now without function? How should you start? Yeah, thank you. You have to always start as x approaches infinity. Then what happened to every term in the function, correct? And also x approaches negative infinity, am I right? So you see, I give you 101 example, also no use. Why? Because you don't know how to start. So when you come to a higher level max, when you come for higher level max, it's not a matter of examples. It's a matter of what? Way of doing it. Facts that you have to remember. If you don't memorize all that, I can give you 1001 example. At the end of the day, during the exam, you still cannot do. Asymptote. Yeah, so that is the way. So I will give you one and let's try. Okay, give you given fx equal to e2 okay. Okay, find the horizontal asymptote. You understand what I mean? So you have to study this. You every time when you talk about horizontal asymptote for a exponential function, you just have to quickly write down as x approaches infinity. You just have to write down like that. Then you study term by term. If the power of the exponential is an expression, you study about the expression first. So what will happen to 1 minus x? What will happen to 1 minus x? You have to imagine like that. 1 minus infinity. Am I right? So it will tend toward what? Yes. Negative infinity. Then what will happen to 2e to the power of 1 minus x? That means you have to imagine like that. 2e to the power negative infinity. Because your 1 minus x tends toward negative infinity, correct? So you will tend toward what? Hurry up. Thank you. 0. You see, you frown because you didn't do the changes like that in your mind. Every time when you want to know the value of an index term, if the power is negative, you know definitely it will be a fraction. It will be less than 1. Not necessary, because if the base is less than 1, then it will be the other way around. Correct? So whenever you see the power as negative, you should turn it to a fraction form. Then you will know how it goes. Isn't it? So it will tend toward 2 divided by a very, very big number. So it becomes very, very small. But it's still positive. Am I right? So therefore, I make a conclusion. My fx, which is a very small number, positive number, plus 5. It will tend toward 5. But all the rest of the value of fx will be more than 5. Agree with me? So this is the lower limit. The rest is more than 5. So we say from above. So this is the lower limit. So therefore, the horizontal asymptote is S. Shorten? Yes, y equal 5. So should I study the other direction? The answer is a yes. So I have to study as x approaches negative infinity. You don't know, you may have 2 horizontal asymptotes. Yes, young man. By him. Okay, so as x tends toward negative infinity, can you tell me what happened to 1 minus x? Tends toward? Tends toward what? Infinity, because 1 minus negative infinity become 1 plus infinity. So it will tend toward infinity. So what happened to my 2e to the power of 1 minus x? It will tend toward? Definitely is infinity. Am I right? So therefore, my fx will tend toward infinity. So there is no upper boundary. So you see, you need to imagine. So these are the new things about limit. So did you go through the question again and again and again until this thing hang in your mind? Stick into your mind. It cannot run away. So if you say, I repeat this, I have been repeating this for how many times? At least 5 times in the class. Okay, good. So how to find the horizontal asymptote? So depend on the function given. So you have to know how to study. So you see, I can give you 1001 examples, but I teach you the technique of how to extract. You have to look at which part first, slowly. If you are a person who can see straight away, go ahead. You can jump step. But if you know, please go step by step. Hello? Are you okay? Okay, so this is the third thing about exponential function that we have to know. Okay, one more. What other things about? Because for all exponential functions, for our exponential function, the domain is what? Like that, correct? Whoever cannot give me this answer, you need to be caned. Am I right? Am I right? That is how we write the domain for an exponential function, correct? Then the range will be depend on the function given, okay? So if in the exam of your SAT1, I ask for domain for an exponential function, and I give you 1 mark, you cannot take that 1 mark. I think you go back and cane yourself. Am I right? Okay, exponential equation, right? Skill in solving an exponential equation. Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to do it? Do you know how to solve it? Sure. Should I test you? Okay. Solve this. Solve means find the answer. Can someone tell me why every time when I write, why you go like that? Is it the way I hold my pencil? Okay, solve this. Take away 3e to the power of x. You see, I purposely bracket it to tell myself that I have to know what is the value of e to the power of x before I can know the value of x. Take away 2 equal to 0. So if you are not able to solve it straight away like that, then you use this method. Okay. So I will use let If I don't like k, then I just use an alphabet that is not x, okay? Equal to e to the power x. So I have 2a minus 3a minus 2 equal to 0. So when you want to do simple factorization, correct? You open two brackets. Negative 2. The only way, yes? Yes, thank you, square. So the only way is negative 2 times 1. Why I say negative 2 times 1? The reason is because here is a negative 3. So I put negative 2 here. So 2 times 2, 4. So I put 2a here and I put a here. Can I not? So that is called factorization. Yeah. Simple factorization, everyone must know. So my 2a plus 1 equal to 0. If you don't want to write this step, go ahead. So I can straight away write e to the power x is equal to negative half. Am I going to solve this? No, I straight away say no solution here. So e to the power x is equal to 2. So my x equal to ln 2. You get me? Okay. So that is how you solve exponential function, exponential equation in more than 3 terms, more than 2 terms, correct? You usually have to use this method. This method. Are you clear? Okay, just now, I walk around, I see a student who write ln 1. Do you know what is the value of ln 1? Because e to the power 0 is 1. Then you tell me what is ln e? 1, because e to the power 1 equal to e. Correct? So these are the few things that you have to remember. Because your SAT1, can you use graphic calculator? Can you use scientific calculator? No. So you have to get ready all these things. Are you clear? Okay. I'm going to test you how to solve. One more question. Okay, take some time to do it. So everyone, your first step should be like that. Yep. Then, if you find that the thing is very complex, you just let. Okay, k be e to the power x. You replace. You substitute. Okay, anyone got issue with this? Do you know how to get it of the k at the bottom there? So every time if you see any fraction that you want to get it of the fraction, this is the technique that I told my student. Fraction will make you fractured. So we times every term in the equation with k. So when you multiply every term with k, we got 3k squared minus 1 plus 2k. Am I right? 0 times k, we got 0. So I have 3k squared plus 2k minus 1. 3 is 3 times 1. No other choice. -1 is -1 times +1. So positive should put where? Should put here. Because 3k, you got positive. Take away 1 equal to 0. Correct? So you see, when you are in the high school, year 11, you factorize, keep using your scientific calculator, correct? So that's where you're in trouble now. So you better learn it back, huh? Simple. I didn't ask for very difficult factorization, okay? So my e to the power x is equal to 1/3. One-third, huh? Agree? Oh, is equal to 1/3. Right? Okay. To prevent making any mistake, because if you straight away change from here to ln, you will have ln 1/3. Okay, this is called negative ln 3. Do you know that? This is called negative ln 3 because there is a ln rule whereby if I have a number divided by another number and I take ln, I can break into 2. There is ln 1 minus ln 3. Ln 1 is 0, ln 3 is ln 3. So this is negative ln 3. Afterward, I will get into the natural log rules. So usually when I do this, I will prefer to write it this way. Can I? So my x will be equal to ln 3 to the power negative 1. Then there is a ln rule also that can help us to write it as bring the power in front times by ln 3. So it's up to individual. So it's up to individual. Are you okay? So there are many ways of doing it. So for this one, e to the power of x equal to negative 1, I will write down no solution. Are you okay? So you see, when we talk about exponential, the skill is the same, but the form can change. So you have to remember all the rules. Okay, because of time constraint, so I'm not going to ask you about natural log. I'm going to straight away tell you that some of the natural log rules that you must remember, so that to help us to do well in our SAT1. Okay, or learn how to differentiate it properly. Okay, first of all, natural log are the rule. Okay, first, you have to know that ln one is 0. Usually when I give you a natural log function, I will ask you to find the domain. All right. 2, ln e is equal to 1. Third, ln e2, e squared is equal to 2. The reason is because if I ln of a number power n. I can bring the power in front. So these are rules, you have to remember, please. N times of ln A. Are you clear? So this is the rule. And please take note that ln A to the power n is not the same as ln A, the whole thing to the power n. They are not the same thing. This is A to the power n, you take the ln. The right hand side is you ln the number A, then only you power n. So that is a different, the way you read. You get me? Like for example, I have ln 2 squared. This is 2 ln 2. Understand? 2 times of ln 2. If I have ln 2, the whole thing squared, it means ln 2 times ln 2. You see the difference? So these are something that, okay. One more important rule about natural log, that is, if I have a natural log terms whereby there are many numbers multiply and divide, so I can break this into whatever on top of the fraction you plus. Whatever below the fraction you minus. So that is how I remember. So if I give you things like that, so this is very useful formula, because when we come to differentiation of the natural log terms, ln x minus 1 times x plus 5 divided by x and x 2x minus 1. So this one, I follow the rule, whatever on top, everyone I take ln, I plus. It's only for product and quotient. No addition, no subtraction. Only products and quotient you can break. Take away ln x. Take away ln 2x minus 1. You see, each expression I put in the bracket is only for product and quotient. Only for multiply and divide. Like this, I cannot break any further. Do you get me? Bear that in mind. So these are the few rules about natural log that you have to remember. Okay. One more. It's about the exponential. Okay. Any exponential term other than base e, you won't be able to differentiate later. So if I give you 2 to the power of x, so I have to learn how to change this to exponential base. This will be the 2, you can change it to e to the power of ln 2. Because we have this formula, e to the power of ln A So you just remember the formula. I'm not going to explain how the formula come about. It's too time consuming already. This is A. So any number in max, you can change it to exponential term. Are you clear? And power x. So we will read this as e to the power of ln 2. This is a constant times x. So ln 2 become the coefficient of x. So coefficient of a variable we usually put in front. And you see, I bracket it up. Do you know why? Because I want to let you know that the x is not in the ln. So that is the purpose of using bracket in math. Very important. Are you clear? Okay. So these are the few things. So this is another one, very important. You must know how to change from any base to base E. That is how you go. This is the formula. So there are a lot of things that you have to remember. You want to do well in maths, you want to be able to follow the lesson for next week onward, you better master all this. So after that, during the next lecture and tomorrow, I will discuss another 2 more special functions. So I'm done quite detailed of exponential and natural log, am I? So please revise, master it. Okay, thank you, class. I'll see you afterward. If this lecture hall is free, we can use it. If not, then you have to find your place. I also have to find my own place. By the way, I don't have an office. Now we have open office. So my car will be my office. That will be the best. Okay, thank you, class.